Three things make a person happy: love, interesting work, and an opportunity to travel. Russian writer Ivan Bunin once said, "Indeed, it is hard to argue this statement." Across the Kazakhland TV program's hosts Anton Dukravets and Zhuldyz continue their fascinating journey through the vast expanses of our country. Last time we visited an amazing city of Taraz, which has 2,000 years history. We visited ancient Taraz open-air park, found the first Islamic mosque on the territory of Kazakhstan, and learned new archaeological facts.
Известие об этом городе есть первом веке до нашей эры.
The city was mentioned in the scripts since the 1st century BC. Historian Bangu writes to Han Shu that the Hunu leader Zhi built a square town of Doluichan. Dolu is the Talas River in the Chinese transcription, and Chen is a city in the Chinese language. We believe that Taraz is worth visiting at least once in a lifetime. It will be a great weekend tour. Taraz reached the peak of its development in the 10th, 12th centuries, when it became known as the capital of the Karakhanids. In the Middle Ages, the city collected tribute from the caravans and developed craft, art and culture. Our today's episode will be even more interesting and informative. The program team, together with Anton Dukravets, is heading to the mysterious place Bektau Ata Gorge. Join us. Your 25 minutes will be spent on an interesting story about one of Kazakhstan's historical places. Central Kazakhstan is rich for natural resources. It is the very heart of the country. Its area is almost 400,000 square kilometers. Lake Balkhash, one of the most unique and large lakes in the world, the Kakarali Mountains and forest oases are located here. Mountain tourists will fall in love with the Ulitau ridges. Recent studies have shown that the main arteries of the Great Silk Road pass through the steppes of Saryaka. The items of Indo-Chinese and Central Asian origin found here prove this statement. Every year, this region gains popularity among foreigners, especially among Europeans. They cannot even imagine these kinds of vast expanses exist. For comparison, the area of Saryaka equals to the territory of Spain or the UK. Tourists visiting Kazakhstan discover many new and interesting things. They explore the ancient culture of our ancestors. Many tourists go to remote villages to live in a yurt and fully plunge into the life and traditions of the Kazakh people.
В центральном Казахстане у нас, допустим, замечательные объекты, да, это вот Баянаул, Каркаралинск.
Beautiful places such as Bayanaul, Kakaralinsk and Altau Mountains are located in central Kazakhstan.
Ландшафтно интересное место. Это родина Сакена Сейфуллина. Вот, то есть это вот.
Altau Mountains is not just an interesting place. It is the birthplace of Saken Seyfullin. He was born there. His family lived there.
Вот. И горы Артау, и вот поселок этот Артау. Горы Артау, они вообще.
There is his monument there. Altau Mountains are unique. They also have a historic importance. It was the southern part of the Karlag concentration camp.
Были остатки лагеря Карлаг.
Our program team, led by Anton, has been exploring central Kazakhstan for several days, and today they are on the coast of Lake Balkhash. This amazing place is charming. You want to come back here again and again.
Работая в городе, всегда хочется найти какую-то отдушину. То есть всегда хочется убежать из мира винтиков, гаечков.
Working in the city is very hard and stressful. Sometimes I want to escape a busy city and be closer to the nature.
В Казахстане, ну и вообще в Азии. Вот.
I love mountains. I visited a lot of mountain regions in Kazakhstan and in Asia. For me, traveling to this kind of places is a solitude, interesting shots, emotions. This is where the soul rests.
Ты отдыхаешь, где отдыхает душа.
Tourists come here not only to relax on the golden sandy beach. The main treasure of Balkhash is the Bektau Ata mountain area. In translation from the Kazakh language, the name means the mountain of the holy Bek Ata. The area of Bektau Ata is located 70 kilometers away from the city of Balkhash. Travel time is 1.5 hours.
Ну что ж, а наше путешествие продолжается.
Our journey continues, and now we have reached Bektau Ata, an amazing mountain which stands alone in the middle of the steppe. It is only 70 kilometers away from the city and Lake Balkhash. It seems that a dragon with his treasure lives here. It feels cold here. This, of course, is not Aksoran, but we still need to put on warm clothes.
Но все-таки стоит поднадеться. Фух.
Wish us good luck. Follow our journey in social media using the hashtag acrossthekazakhland. It is cold. Cold. It is summer in this steppe. It must be hot. But here strong winds are always blowing, so it's better to bring warm clothes with you, especially if you want to stay here for the night. Also, do not forget to bring drinking water with you. The authorities are realizing the importance of developing tourism. There are some state programs dedicated to the industry. So this restores my hope that we will be seeing some improvements soon. Of course, we all understand that it will take some time and it requires lots of resources. But the interest is growing among both the domestic and foreign tourists. I can see that growing interest, and that is just great. And we remind you about our giveaway. Post your photo from an exciting trip to Kazakhstan in the Instagram, put the hashtag acrossthekazakhland and get one of the prizes. Do not miss your chance. The Bektau Ata place has an amazing climate and rich flora and fauna. From the main Karaganda highway, you can see only the top of the mountains. The tourists traveling by car cannot even imagine what secrets can be discovered if they only pull off the main road. Here in the middle of the steppe there is a small forest, lakes with healing water and mysterious caves. Aulietas is one of these places. It is hard to get there. There is a narrow path with thorny bushes leading to the cave. But if you cope with this path, you will discover an amazing tale. The depth of the cave is about 30 meters. In the center, it is filled with water forming a lake. The scientists explain this phenomenon. The rocks are heated in the sun, but the cave remains cool. Condensation appears because of the temperature difference. The water flows down the walls and goes to the reservoir. However, the people have their own opinion on this.
Вот такая вот.
This interesting cave is located on the Bektau Ata mountain. The legend says the holy elder Atabek was hiding there during the Jungar invasion, but no one knows why the Jungars reached for him. When he inhabited this cave, Allah gave him a source of water so that he could stay here for a long time. Archaeologists believe that the cult of the goddess Umai existed here at the time of Tengriism. The ceremonies took place here, and the people came to worship her. Time will show whose guess is right. The rock was named after the elder Bektau Ata. He helped people, gave advice and healed them. Everyone could come to him and share problems with him, find answers to questions. And today the path to the holy Ata is never empty. Women come here to ask for marriage, healthy children, comfort and family happiness.
Я вообще за экотуризм. Вот, всегда хотел, чтобы он развивался. И поэтому хотелось бы именно, чтобы люди...
In general, I'm in favor of ecotourism. I always wanted it to be developed. And therefore I would like that we preserve the nature. What is attractive about Kazakhstan is the fact that we have wild nature. We have a lot of history, sacred places, and we don't need to travel far. We can be in different points of Kazakhstan for a short period of time and visit different time zones. But everyone understands that our services industry is not fully developed yet, and everything needs to be improved. And that takes time.
Сервис на высшем уровне. Это все прекрасно понимают, что всему надо научиться, всему нужно время.
In old times, this cave was considered special. Even Chinese travelers wrote about it. Hunushanui go to Mount Lunzi 3 times a year, and there is a sacred cave. The light-colored horse is sacrificed to the spirit of heaven. The rulers and leaders share their opinions on public affairs and enjoy horse and camel racing. Undoubtedly, this mountain keeps many secrets. It is a key to the medieval history of this region. Perhaps soon, studies of this area will help to find answers to questions about the region's history. There is a big rock near the cave. It resembles a 30 meters long snake. The people call it Zhuldyz, which means the snake stone.
Вот мы сейчас находимся рядом с такой, скажем так, жемчужиной посреди степи Биктауата.
We are now near Biktauata. It is a miracle which appeared in the steppe. It is an interesting place which attracts many people because it is located near the highway, in the middle of the steppe. It is very beautiful. The photographers started to come here. They want to take photos and show this country to others. The place is also popular among pilgrims. It is a monument of historical and cultural significance. It is interesting to watch how the mountains change in color during the day. In the evening, it creates the feeling that you are on an undiscovered planet. This phenomenon is explained from a scientific point of view. The mountains have a beautiful pink color because there was a volcano here in the Paleozoic era. The rocks melted in the depth and burst out. Due to sudden temperature changes, the lava froze in different forms.
С точки зрения, я бы сказал, такого геологического туризма, это очень интересно. Здесь, кстати, очень много интрузий кварца.
It is very interesting for geological tourists. There are many deposits of quartz here. An awesome landscape attracts photographers. The highway is almost central. Many Russians who go somewhere to the south, to Tian Shan, for example, or to Kyrgyzstan, they pass, see these mountains and visit this place. Some of the tourists ask us why Biktauata is known better in Russia than in Kazakhstan. It is a problem of many Kazakhstan places of interest. The foreigners know them better than the Kazakh people.
Но это, в общем-то, проблема многих казахстанских достопримечательностей, что их знают лучше за пределами страны.
The mountain resembles a huge multi-layered cake. From a distance, it may seem that it will not be easy to climb to the top. However, it is a pleasure to climb the mountain. You walk just like going up the stairs. The view from the top is magnificent. By the way, the maximum point is 1500 meters above sea level. The most interesting thing is that in rainy weather the water is poured into the cells and mountains glisten in the sun like giant diamonds.
Говорят, что если проползти
The people say that if you crawl under this stone and make a wish, it will come true. Let's see how true the legends are. Oh, what would you do for the sake of art?
легенды правдивы. Чего не сделаешь ради искусства? И своего желания.
Adventure lovers can find interesting stones here. Quartz crystals, topaz, morion and even rock crystal. Unfortunately, we don't have much time, so let's leave this idea for our next visit here.
Я люблю путешествовать, люблю природу, люблю историю. Люблю все, что с ней связано, люблю природу очень сильно. Но я познавал...
I love to travel. I love nature, history and everything connected with it. By learning something new in the nature or history, I learn more about myself. It sounds odd, I know. But every time I travel, I learn a bit more of myself. I widen my vision, open my mind. I love to write, and traveling helps my writing. I love taking pictures, and traveling helps my creativity. So traveling is a big part of my life.
Какой-то вот внутренний творческий потенциал меня вот к этому толкает. И вот это внутреннее изучение себя я открываю через путешествия.
We have plenty of places to create the touristic image of the country. The main foundation is history and traditions. Therefore, many experienced travelers believe that the emphasis should be placed on this. In addition, the places with unique nature evoke admiration of visitors.
Это уникально. Не каждая, скажем так, страна имеет.
This is unique. Not every country has such places. European countries do not have this kind of places. Ethnos is a value, which we should present to the tourists. Ecotourism should be our niche in tourism. There is a big flow of tourists to Kyrgyzstan because they have the minimum of civilization but the maximum of local authentic culture. Yurts, nomadic jailao, nomadic passages. The tourists want to learn about other cultures. They travel there by bicycles. We also have all this, but this sphere is not well developed. We have a huge potential.
Потенциал Казахстана огромный.
There are many legends about Bektaouata place. Mystics even claim that sometimes unidentified objects fly over the mountains. And somewhere nearby, stone footprints were found. They allege that the owner of the footprints is 10 meters high. You decide whether to believe it or not. One thing is clear, you should definitely have a photo session in this place. The photos taken here are just beautiful.
Для фотографов, да, здесь ну, просто чудесные картины. Это, ну, вообще, по факту, это вулканическая такая структура.
It is a dream place for photographers. In fact, this is not a volcano. It is a so-called Pluton, a volcano that almost erupted.
Горного массива видеть такие...
And here we can see the lines. Here the magma tried to get out, and the stones can be up to this size and 1 meter wide. They can be found across the mountain.
ширины. Они могут буквально через всю гору проходить.
There are small flat places between the rocks. In spring they are filled with melted and rainwaters. The lakes can be found on the mountain tops. Even in the hottest weather, they do not dry out.
Вокруг Бектауаты очень много есть археологических памятников. Вот. Ну, сама Бектау...
There are a lot of archaeological monuments around Bektaouata. The mountain itself is interesting for landscape photographers. It looks different at different seasons of the year. There are many locations which look different in different weather conditions.
Скажем, в разном состоянии погодном.
There were pioneer camps here during the Soviet time. Children and adults from the city of Balkhash spent their vacations in these mountains.
Были пионерские лагеря, то есть с города Балхаш, и дети, и взрослые отдыхали в этих горах.
During the Great Silk Road time, Bektau Mountain was a kind of bridge connecting the north and the south. There were large and small settlements here. This is evidenced by burial grounds with stone fences which resemble a mustache. They are called by archaeologists as mustache mounds. They are located near Bektauata. Noble people of that time are buried here. The size of the mounds sometimes reaches 200 meters. Not all burial grounds have been investigated yet. We may learn more secrets of Bektauata soon. Nature is the main architect of these places. A fantastic landscape appeared thanks to the sun and the steppe wind. For many years they worked like jewelers to carve these incredible curves of rocks. Do not forget about our giveaway. Upload your travel photo from Kazakhstan, put the hashtag acrossthekazakhland and get a chance to win valuable prizes.
Другие же говорят, что камни желания – это вот эти два. Чтобы желание сбылось, достаточно...
The people say that these two are wish stones. In order to make a wish come true, one should walk between them. Well, to reinforce our chances, we decided to do everything what people say.
Удачи.
The nature of Bektawa is rich. There are rare plants listed in the Red Book of Kazakhstan in this area. One of them is Bektawa sweet vetch. Archa grows on the bare rocks. Somewhere the rocks are covered with moss. It seems that this is not done naturally. The place is like a picture painted by a talented artist.
А вообще, когда они образовались?
Do you have any ideas how this mountain appeared here? Do you know the date? Do you have any understanding? Because it is strange to see one mountain in the middle of the steppe. I'm not a geologist, I cannot tell. But it's beautiful. Yes, there is one more particular feature of local tourism, pilgrimage to the cave. Someone calls it Atabek Cave or Amangildi Cave. Anyway, this cave was an object of worship since ancient times, like any cave in Kazakhstan, which somehow repeats the structure of women organs.
В частности, женских в данном случае. Вот, поэтому древние люди, у которых на эту тему не было никаких совершенно комплексов, они...
The ancient people came here to conduct ceremonies of worship to the goddess of fertility Umai.
Богини Умай. Вот, и, в общем-то, там сейчас, конечно...
Now it is difficult to see something behind all the inscriptions of modern vandals, but I suppose that some drawings on the walls made the scientists think that the ceremonies were held there.
Эти самые обряды. Вот.
Хорошо.
Thank you. We will take a closer look at these mountains.
И мы, конечно, сейчас поближе изучим эти горы. Спасибо вам.
Good luck. The aromas of mountain herbs and shrubs are in the air. Currants, wild rose, honeysuckle and meadowsweet. The people come here to collect the berries as well. The place has a special fauna. Dwarf gerbil, a rare animal, inhabits this region. If you are lucky, you can even take a couple of photos. Bektawa region is also appreciated by hunters. Foxes, wolves, Cossacks and Argali inhabit the mountains. There is also saiga here, but hunting is strictly prohibited. These animals are on the verge of extinction. The fans of ornithology watch turtle doves, orioles and nightingales here. The songs of the main mountain soloist are heard throughout the district and touch the hearts of travelers. Every year, the mysteries of Bektawa mountain attract hundreds of tourists, romantics, dreamers and scientists. Do not forget to take a mosquito repellent. In the spring and summer, there are many of them here. There are springs in the area, but it is better to get drinking water in the city. If you come overnight, take warm clothes. Even in summer, it is very cold in the steppe. Put on comfortable shoes to climb the rocks. Your trip will be wonderful. The picturesque landscapes of Saryaka stretched for hundreds of kilometers. In the east, from the mountains of Kakarali, Kent, Kizlaray to the Ulatal Mountains and Lake Tenise in the west. From the desert Bedpak Dala in the south to the banks of the Ishim in the north. The nature decorated this place. We do not want to leave these places. We will definitely come back here. Well, our journey continues. Stay tuned for our latest social media news under the hashtag acrossthekazakhland. Leave comments, reviews, tell about your exciting trips. We will move on. See you soon.